So it's a rainy morning. It was a rainy morning this morning, and I actually was waiting for the rain because I am doing a special art project that involves rainwater. I need rainwater to fall on my canvas, my painted canvas, but not painted with acrylic because that would not be water activatable. Painted with some mediums that actually get water activated, like Magical's pigmented powders, and here we see the first stage of this project: Magical pigmented powders and Caran d'Ache wax pastels get water activated. So it was an experiment to see what will happen when the rain fell on the canvas, and I was very pleased with it. I just had a light rain wash on it, fall on it, and then some raindrop shaped crystals. And here we can still see the water's still shiny on the canvas. And this is just stage one of this project for a video hop that I'm going to be in this month of April. Office now to mail the two paintings for two different giveaways that I did in the past week and a half. Right now, entering the post office. I think there's a lot of cars out here. This is not a big long line. So I just got back from the hair salon. I have not had my hair done for 4 months. That's long. Next time I'm only going to go 3 months and wait 3 months because just a minute. Because my hair was out of control after my hair was out of control by waiting 4 months. So yeah, I chose to go all pink again. I really like pink. I've had my hair pink for maybe a year or longer, and loving it. So what do you guys think? Pink or blonde? I used to be blonde, but I like pink better. Pink is really my signature color, I think. Anyway, so what have I been doing for the past few days? Well, a highlight of my past few days has been I was participating in a 3-day free creativity workshop. Creativity series, self-care. Actually, the point of it was self-care. How to use creativity for self-care, taught by Elizabeth Foley, and she's not on YouTube, but I will link her website down below because she will be offering she does offer paid creativity workshops throughout the year. This one was a 3-day free one, and she is wonderful. She calls herself an artist and a creativity catalyst. So she helps people through creative blocks. And so day one, which was not all day long, it's about 30-45 minutes each, and you had the opportunity to join live or just watch the replay later. And I watched the replay. Day one was how to use creativity for self-care, and how you can show yourself self-love, being kind to yourself through creativity, and it was a bunch of different prompts and working in your art journal. And day two was using creative play to deal with overwhelm, and I thought that was awesome. And day three was, what was day three? Day three was my mind's a blank. Day three was What was it? Day 3 had something to do with giving yourself permission. Giving yourself permission to do the things you need to do so that you can make room for a daily creative practice. So she came up with a wonderful idea, which was permission slips. Permission slips. You can make as many as you want. I made at least three permission slips that help you with that help you develop and keep with your daily creative practice, and using your creative practice not just for achieving things like getting your art ready for an art show, or you're creating art for it to sell, but you can use your creativity and your art for self-care, daily self-care. So this one was permission to. I give myself permission to create messy and imperfect art weekly. And then I signed and dated it and decorated it. Everybody could make their own permissions, whatever they wanted to write on their own permission slips. So what was my next permission slip? I give myself permission to, let's see, I give myself permission for creative play daily. Daily creative play, because I often deal with feelings of overwhelm, and I discovered through this workshop that a way to deal with overwhelm is creative play. Like playing in your art journal, just playing around with art materials and not worrying about, oh, it's something that has to be right, that you're going to sell or that you're going to show in an art show. Next one was I give myself permission to create art even when I don't feel like I'm good enough. So that was the highlight of my last few days. Very useful. And next thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you some of my messy and perfect art in my art journal. So this is some of my imperfect messy art in one of my art journals. I have several art journals of all different sizes with all different kinds of papers. Like some of them have mixed media paper, some of them watercolor paper, some of them just drawing paper. And I have art journals in all different sizes from 3 by 5 or 2 by 4 inches or 3 by 5 inches, all the way to 11 by 14 inch. So this is one of my art journals. And this is, I started off with water-soluble ink, and then it's paint with acrylic paint on top, scraped on with a palette knife. And this one, a portrait. I love creating faces. I don't want to turn this right now, but this one is sideways, but it's my heart is filled with art. I followed somebody's prompt on a YouTube channel. My heart is filled with art. Sorry, that's not a finished page. This one, I followed another prompt, 1U. The prompt was 1. No, you don't need to be odd. You need to be odd to be number 1. And this was my take on it. And here's some really messy art. Messy and imperfect. It's so freeing to do messy and perfect art. So this is kind of like a little flip through of the past few days. This was in the workshop that I was just taking, the free workshop that I was just taking the past 3 days. One of the prompts, I forget what it was. It had to do with, what was it? Creative self-care. That's the thing about letting yourself do imperfect, messy art is part of creative self-care. To not always have to like make art that's right and that looks right and that looks good. This is more about the process. Then how to deal with overwhelm, and allowing my big takeaway from that was allowing myself creative play for dealing with overwhelm whenever I'm having feelings of overwhelm.